Johnson was ready to confront Joe Biden over his Afghan withdrawal plans because of the low chances of a post-Brexit trade deal, according to an insider. The Prime Minister urged the U.S. President to extend the withdrawal deadline from Kabul International Airport beyond August 31. Mr. Biden refused, insisting all American forces must leave the airport by this date as the Taliban are demanding. As a result, British forces will be required to withdraw from the city by the same deadline. Politico Europe reported the open British defiance of Washington could be linked to the receding chances of a UK-US trade deal. It said, a trade deal is now so far on the backburner that contradicting the US on foreign policy might be seen to come with few consequences. Speaking to the publication, Harry Broadman, an ex-trade negotiator under Bill Clinton, commented, reality must have sunk in. A prominent American businessman claimed the UK doesn't have to worry about mucking up their chances of a trade deal if it confronts Mr. Biden on Afghanistan. However, they warned, the UK is busily scouting about for post-Brexit legitimacy on lots of issues and the US can help them with that drive. But if the Brits are too far out in front, that might dampen how enthusiastic the US is. Western powers had been evacuating their nationals, and Afghan nationals, from Kabul International Airport. The Foreign Office is urging British nationals to avoid the airport due to a high threat of a terrorist attack. James Heappy, the Armed Forces Minister, said there are very credible reports an attack is imminent. More than 82,000 people have been airlifted out of Kabul since the Taliban seized the city, with the UK transporting 12,279 of them. Mr. Heappy admitted, there will be people who are in danger who won't be evacuated, as the rescue mission winds up. Over the past month the Taliban have made stunning gains, seizing all of Afghanistan's major cities. Kabul fell to the militant group on August 15, with most Afghan forces surrendering or melting away. A US-led coalition invaded Afghanistan in 2001, following the 9/11 terrorist attacks in New York and Washington. Al-Qaeda, the group behind the atrocities, had received sanctions from the Taliban. Sir Mark Lyle Grant, a former national security advisor, said the pullout is clearly a defeat for the West. Speaking to LBC he said, it's clearly a defeat, yes. We haven't left as we would have liked to have done. The British government would have been prepared to stay in Afghanistan longer, with the sort of limited commitment that we had made over the last 3 or 4 years. But once the Americans decided that they were going to leave, then obviously all the other NATO forces had to leave. And I think the manner in which we have left has been damaging for the United States, and damaging for the Western countries more generally. Since 2001, 457 British soldiers have died in Afghanistan, the majority from hostile action.